Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Three, the only three to DEEP3 podcast, network, NBA show, whatever you want to call it, man. Back at you again with Nico and Miguel. Say what's good.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
What's good?
back at it again.
Back at you
We late
again,
this
baby.
week, but better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Facts. Hey, man. How y'all feeling about y'all team's performances lately?
Shit, I don't even gotta say nothing.
I ain't
I don't
even
even gotta say
Me,
nothing.
me neither. You
Y'all,
see it.
y'all know how I feel, bro.
You
yeah.
see it right here, man.
Biggest
We in
win
the first
streak,
year, so we chilling.
longest win streak in NBA at the moment. That
What
was
is it?
It's 7
6.
or 6, yeah.
Six. The Nest's 9-game win streak got snapped, but we had another win right after, so we rebounded off of it. But we're coming for that number one spot, bro.
It's tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All we need is one night where Philly loses and Brooklyn wins, and number one.
Y'all caught up pretty fast too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
They weren't even off by
They
that
were
much.
like 7 seed with like in the first 10
But,
games.
but that's the first 10 games. All the games were tight the whole season. You look at you even said at the beginning of the season.
Nah, but yeah,
You guys were off by two. You guys were
he
off
did
by a
say
game
that.
or
He
two.
did say that. He
The,
did
the
say that.
most three. It was the most was three at that time. Everybody was near. Everybody was close. It was still the beginning of the season. Now you can really start saying something because the starting to actually showed. The first seed is stretching out from like the sixth and fifth, and the East is doing bad. You look
It's
at the West; they
it's
all
not
got
and it's not really that much though. Like you think about it, 5 games back from the first seed isn't that much if you're the 4 seed.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
5 games
because
isn't a lot. With them being
compared to the
like,
West,
there's still
though.
like 40 games
but
left.
compared to the West, like 10 games.
Yeah, and the West is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like a couple years ago, Golden State had like 73 wins, and the fourth seed had like 52. Like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Not
that
even,
one year where the Suns missed the playoffs and they were positive, like by like 3 games. I think they were
exactly.
yeah,
like a 48 win team and they missed the playoffs.
Bro, OKC made it to the playoffs. I think AC with 43 wins. AC 43 wins.
bro, the
Now
West has
this
always
year
been
the
that.
8 seed
The
in the East
West,
is going to be
the
positive.
West, the West was the best in the early 2010s. The eighth seed had 50 wins.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
West is taking over. It's crazy.
Now the East is coming up though, because it's a lot of young
Yeah,
teams.
no, the
Like you
East
look
is
at
better.
like
The East is better now.
like Chicago
It's,
Hornets.
it's not
Nah,
that
it's
well,
not better. It's
bad.
not better.
It's not
It's
bad.
not
It's
It
better.
is
just the
better than
worst. It's
before.
been no. It's not. No, it
It's
hasn't.
better than before,
It's
Nico.
bad this season. This bad's actually it's really bad. Like almost all the like the West, bro. They have more wins than like most. I think like the AC got like 18 wins or something like or like
But the
6.
West
Nah,
really
I'm
only
looking at it
has
right now. The 8 seed in the West is 19 and 16. The 8 seed in the East is 16 and 18.
I mean,
It's a couple games.
you
pretty
still, but
similar.
if you start going up, you're gonna see the difference
Yeah, it's like where the Suns would are 22 and 11, and that's good for the first seed, or tied for the first seed in the East.
in the
And they're the
East.
fourth seed out west.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I just got a couple topics I want to run through. I want to give a shout out to Bruce Brown from the Brooklyn
Man,
Nets. Created his own position. My man is a
that's the
free
Iron Man.
safety on offense. This is out. If you guys been well, obviously Todd's been watching Brooklyn Nets games, but they really just have him just setting off ball screens, running. He's not that good of a shooter. He's not really spotting up, but he's catching offensive rebounds. He's setting
He's a
off ball
corner shooter.
screens. He's doing. Shout out to him. And I'm gonna sound like a homer, but I just want to say shout out to Kendrick Nunn for reviving his career. My man did not have a spot on the rotation in the beginning of the season, and now he's starting. Next thing, do you guys have any thoughts on that? Congratulations to them. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no. Kendrick Dunn. Shouts to you, bro. You were no one else in the league wanted you at a point when the Heat were shopping you, and now you're starting for them, so that's good. And Bruce Brown, all I gotta say is we got Bruce Brown for Zanan Musa and a second rounder.
Word
So
up, like
that's
just
all I
robbed
gotta
him.
say.
Another
That's all I
thing,
gotta say.
LaMelo Ball has arrived. He's
Nah,
got
listen,
20 plus in his last 5 games. I think he's averaging 26 and 6 as a starter, shooting 50, 38, and like 82 from the free throw line.
different.
He has
That's crazy.
shocked me. I was not
Look at
expecting
this.
I
this.
no
Exactly.
that game last night against Portland was really fun to watch.
Yeah. And
I
they
was,
be
Carmelo
coming.
Anthony,
yeah,
bro.
I was telling everybody he was the best one, bro. Everybody kept saying Jello, Jello,
Oh
Jello.
yeah, I had Jello as the best one.
Nah, I never had Jello as I
Bro,
had
I was
actually
talking
had Jello
Melo,
as the
bro.
worst one.
Nah, I really thought he was gonna be good. He could have
Nah,
been good,
bro.
but in this
Fucked
in
up.
this class, the 2021 class, I mean the 2020 class, has completely exceeded expectations. Nobody thought this class was gonna be any good. I think we got like a solid maybe like 10,
Forget
11
about
players
that.
right now. Like
Every no, look at the past 4 years. Every rookie class they came in, bro, they've been up to the level. You know what I'm saying?
like they've
Like
all
you
been
look,
really good.
like they're coming. This yo, they're coming into the league like in you know what I'm saying, in that mindset to ball. Like it's different now, bro. The young talent is actually like ready to go to the league. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
last
there's
look at
yeah,
the
there's
last 4 years.
exactly. There's so many like yeah, there's so many good players. Like even a player like Denny who's just being completely misused in Washington, wasting his whole rookie season thinking he's a
Exactly.
spot up shooter. When the
Who?
one game Denny, when they have him on, they thinking he's a spot up four, a stretch four. When he could really bring the ball up and
Greatest.
facilitate the offense like a secondary ball handler. And the one game where he did do that, he had like 25 points.
Yes.
And then you got a guy like Patrick Williams who's just been guarding the best player on every other team.
But
And
then he would develop. He's gonna
yeah,
develop.
Denny's gonna develop, and then he's shooting 45% from mid range. Like that's high as hell for a rookie. There's a whole bunch of them. This draft class
Yeah,
has
it's
been great.
been good.
And so we got a couple of sellers since the deadline is approaching us 3 weeks away. I got a couple. These teams I think will be selling some players off before the deadline reaches. Starting off with the Pistons, no way they're making the playoffs. Hands down, they out of it. Blake Griffin, I don't see him getting traded, but I think he's definitely gonna get bought out. You guys agree
You
with
think
that?
so? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You
They're gonna
see,
have to, bro. That's a huge contract. They're gonna end up having to pay him for like the next 6 years.
Sheesh. Well, I have
they're
and
gonna take
another.
something, Miguel. They're gonna have to take something.
Yeah, I
This
think they're gonna.
contract,
I think he's not gonna be on that roster by the trade
Bro,
deadline.
in 2015, in
even if you gotta
2015,
take a third, second rounder.
they dropped Josh Smith in 2015, and he was on their payroll until 2019, and his contract was less than a quarter of Blake Griffin's.
Yeah, Blake is still owed like 70 million or some shit like that, or like 60.
Yeah, and Josh Smith was only owed like 20.
And then another vet on that team is Wayne Ellington. I could see a team like a contender that just needs shooting to bring it along. 'Cause he's still shooting like 42% from three on high volume.
Yeah, he's playing good.
I think the Timberwolves, since they've been complete dog shit this season, I really see Ricky Rubio getting traded after the comments he made a couple of
Oh
days
yeah, he
ago.
definitely yeah.
But he
He
was like, I don't
fucked up.
see this going anywhere.
Yeah, that even we don't see like improvement. That's
Yeah,
what
I
he was gonna
definitely,
say.
I definitely see a team trying to trade for him. I don't know what team. He could do maybe
I could see
on
the
the
Lakers trying to
Clippers,
trade for him.
yeah, or an LA team, one of those two, because they probably do need a guard, a backup. Well,
Hmm.
Nah,
the
no.
Lakers definitely need a backup
Lakers,
point
you
guard.
think so?
Yeah, they don't
Yeah,
have
who's their
no ball
backup point guard?
handling,
They dropped
no
Clint Cook.
exactly. They have no ball handling outside of Schroeder and Braun. Like nobody that could create shots for other players on the team. Like
Hmm.
Kuzma could create his own shot, but he's not setting nobody up. You feel me? And
Hmm.
then Harrell's the same way. And then I think Jarrett Culver has they gave up on him early last year. I feel like he might be this is a maybe for me. He might get traded by the deadline. He's completely found out the rotation. He's not getting no minutes over there. I could see a team giving him probably like a Dennis
No.
Smith Jr. trade from this year.
Yeah, he's playing. He's starting for the Pistons now.
Yeah, but that's just by them not having nobody on their roster though.
Yeah, Killian Hayes is hurt. Derrick Rose got traded. They kind of had to start Dennis Smith.
And then next, the Sacramento Kings. After I jinxed them after I came on the show and said they were back to their form from 2 years ago,
Told
they
you.
have lost every single
Told
game
you.
since then.
Told you. What I
They
say?
had
What
yo,
I say? Just
yo,
relax.
because they were doing so good, but they were competing with good teams, and then it's just boom, just like a cliff. Like Luke Walton has got to get fired. Like I don't know how he got fired before Pierce this year. Just even though that Hawks team has mad injuries, I don't know how Luke Walton hasn't got fired yet. And I think they're out of playoff contention. I
Awesome.
don't think they're going to be able to make a run. Might as well sell off all these players now. Hassan Whiteside, I definitely see a contender trying to go
Bagley
for
is
him.
out. Marvin Bagley's gonna
I
trade him.
I have him too. Yeah, I think Marvin Bagley's going to be on the
Yeah,
trade block as well.
get
Bia
Hassan Whiteside out of there,
Bielitsa
man.
is
Free
definitely on the
Hassan.
trade block. We've been hearing this for months
Yeah, he's
now.
going to the Sixers. He's going to the Sixers.
That's a
Buddy
He's gonna
Hield.
possibility.
pass. He's
Yeah,
gonna
I have
pass
Buddy
the
Hield on
pass.
here too. I really think he's gone, and I think Harrison Barnes is going to be that where a contender is really gonna they're really gonna push heavy for him. There's gonna be a lot of teams bidding for him. I think Harrison Barnes is definitely out of there, and if he does, he's gonna help a good team.
Bring him to
They
the.
need to have a full rebuild. They keep on having like half rebuilds, half like signing players that no one else wants,
Yeah,
and
they need
then
to just move forward
it's
with
just
De'Aaron Fox and
Give him
Halliburton
up.
as the backcourt, and then
mhm.
just move on from there, and then try and just keep Rashawn Holmes. I like him, so that's why I didn't say
Yeah,
his
I like
name in there.
Holmes too, bro. He's I like him a lot.
But he's in his mid-20s though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
I think he
fine.
fits with that team because he doesn't he's not like relied on athleticism. So I don't think if he's still young so that doesn't even matter. It's not like his game is gonna age
Mhm.
poorly. He doesn't do anything like out of the ordinary. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's just an energy player, and I really think you need players like that in this league. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers 1-9 in their last 10, I believe. They've completely fell off a cliff since their hot start to the season. Not a surprise. Andre Drummond definitely out of there. I think we all agree on this, correct?
Yeah, he's not
Yes.
even playing.
JaVale McGee, I think he's out of there too. I think a contender is going to trade for him.
You think
So,
so?
yeah, I think he's not getting no minutes over there as well. I think they're going to end up moving off of him. And I have Torian Prince. I think he's going to get traded too. He's a vet. There's no point in him being on that young team.
I don't know about that one. I think he's one guy that could stay.
You don't think like a top team
Nah,
that needs a wing
another team
could
could make
trade
a
for
move
him?
for him.
No, because he was awful on the Nets, so teams could see that and be like, he's bad on the good teams and then good on the bad teams.
I
He's
feel you.
still young, but he wants to.
I think it just depends on the team. Like a team like Boston could really use him. Like they have no wing depth. Like outside of Tatum and Brown, it's Semi Ojeleye and Aaron Neesmith, and they both aren't like they're not
Yeah.
moving no needles. You feel me? I think Torian Prince is definitely getting minutes on a team like that. And then I have Kevin Love, which I don't know. He hasn't played like at all this season, but his name is just always being tossed around. You just never know when he could go. I
Nah,
don't.
he.
I don't think he's gonna get traded either.
You don't think so either?
Mm-mm.
That one
He
is a
wants to
maybe
stay
for
there.
me as well.
Nah, I think definitely the Cavs are gonna take advantage of trading Kevin Love. I think he might go, bro. It's time. He doesn't play, and the team was playing good without him. You know what I'm saying? They got the two guards going
Larry
crazy.
Nance starting. I don't even
He's been
think that
out.
Love is start
Laren,
anymore.
but they could let him go. The nigga got signed. You know what I'm saying? Something decent.
Maybe like a second round.
I
Maybe I
don't
would
know what. I honestly can't think off my top of my head where he could land though. I don't. But I'm pretty sure a team will pick him up though. It's
and
Kevin Love. Like
yeah.
he comes. He's not a bad player. You know what I'm saying? He's still top players.
I don't know if he's a starter though.
No, I don't think he's it really has to depend on the team.
It's nah, but
Yeah.
you just gotta
I
give him
can't
time.
see
He
him
wasn't playing bad with the Cavs. He's just been hurt.
like hold on. Like I'm looking at what team I can't even see him on no contender in the East. I can't really see him on. Maybe in maybe a backup for Utah if he gets bought out.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in Brooklyn. We
If
don't
it,
have
if
any
he
fours.
If you would start him at the 4?
Yeah, we don't have any fours. Actually, no, I wouldn't
Yeah,
start
I
him.
don't think he would be able to start.
I wouldn't start him because we already have firepower in the starting lineup. He would be a good spark off the bench, though.
No lie, he would be tough on Phoenix.
Phoenix.
I
Off the
feel like
bench?
maybe even
No,
some spot
start it.
starter minutes.
I don't know. Jay
Start it.
Crowder.
Yeah, I'm about to say because Jay Crowder's he hasn't been shooting the ball well, but his defense has always been high level. And
Mhm.
then everybody knows Portland's they've been wanting him for like years now. It might be too late now to go after him, but they've been wanting him for a while.
Unless they move Melo to the 3.
They're starting him at the 4 again.
He every time he plays, he's the 4.
But has he
Who?
wasn't he coming off the bench? Is he starting now?
Yeah, no,
Melo?
Yeah, Melo.
Nah, he's not starting. But bro, he's balling. He's about
Nah,
to.
yeah, he's been wilding. Like he's
What
been
I've been
doing his
telling you, I
thing.
told you the last
they
15
gotta
games.
start him, bro.
Last 15 games, Carmelo's averaging 16 points, shooting 50% from the field goal, and then 40% from the 3-point line. And then he just went off last night.
Yeah, nah, I
26.
like him off the bench though because their bench unit's always been trash. But now they have it's like a whole bunch of defenders in Dame now. So I kind of like the way their starting lineup is. Like last
It
game
comes.
they started it was Dame at the 1 with Trent Jr., Robert Covington, Derrick Jones Jr., and then Cantor in the middle because they have no other center. But he's like that's a
Where's
pretty
Nurkic?
defensive starting lineup. He's been injured. Him and CJ
Yeah.
McCollum and
Again?
Zach Collins.
I know CJ
Yeah.
McCollum's hurt. They shouldn't
Zach
have let
Collins
Whiteside go.
Zach
I think they could live without him.
Yeah. They picked up Ennis Cantor, bro. Same
And
shit.
he does the same shit as Whiteside. Nah,
Ennis
he's
Cantor,
Whiteside's a better defender than Cantor though.
but not. But yo, it does the same shit. Not really though.
I think
Not
Cantor's
really.
a more polished scorer than Whiteside is, hands down. He could when he has a mismatch, he's bodying that person, throwing him
But
in a post.
Cannon averages 12 points, 12 rebounds, one one
He averages
1
12
point
rebounds.
Yes,
That's good as
shooting
hell, no lie.
Cantor?
shooting 60.
Wow.
Canton.
Yeah, he's always
Wow.
been a good rebounder though. That's
I
been
didn't know
like
you
his
Bro,
specialty.
I didn't know
He's a
you
good offensive
averaging
rebounder.
12 rebounds a game though.
He's getting starter minutes
58.3.
now. What?
58.3 from the field goal.
Yeah, I've always liked the Cantor, but when you get in the playoffs, he just be getting picked on like that series
Nah,
last
he
year.
be wild in the playoffs, bro. He be having his moments in the playoffs. That's why every team, bro, every single time. Remember when he fucking played with a broken shoulder? Not
Yeah,
even when
that
he
was
went to
crazy. He gave it his all in that
OKC.
series. But like
When he went to
even last year,
OKC,
bro,
he
he was
was
getting
good in the
picked on.
playoffs. And- yeah, but he's there
He's a
to
good locker
freaking
room guy.
rebound and
Now
score.
I, yeah, I'm a fan of Cancer. And then I have two teams. Wait, no, I didn't say it. Oklahoma City. They tried. I don't know how you go into the season tanking and then still end up being 2 games shy of the play-in. I think Trevor Ariza hasn't played a minute on his roster. I'm pretty sure he's getting traded. Him and George Hill.
I was about to say George Hill too.
Yeah. And then I have, as a maybe, Al Horford has gained all his value back, in my opinion. The contract is still retarded, but he's still a good NBA center. And I think he could do good on a lot of teams. He's shooting like 40% from 3. I
Depends
think
where he plays at.
He's still
Depends
got
where
3
he plays
years
at.
left on his deal though. I wouldn't take him.
Exactly.
it depends on the team.
Nobody's taking that money.
No good team is taking that.
Too much money for
Yeah,
somebody.
I don't know what the fuck Philly was
That's a
thinking offering that
risk. That's a
contract,
risk
bro.
taker. That's a coin toss right there.
Where that shit was crazy. And then this is the last team, which is no, the Rockets. Yeah, Depot, PJ Tucker, and I think Aaron Gordon is going to get moved too. They've lost 10 games in a row.
11.
11 games, 11 games in a row. They just been
They have,
awful. Like
they're about to be top 3 Wizards. The Wizards are playing better than them. They
no
got a better
update. 12 losses in a row.
12?
Yo, this shit is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, they're
That's
bad.
nuts.
And they started off good after that. that trade, but their players just been in and
You
out.
know why they're playing bad though, right? Because they don't got their man Christian Wood, man.
The MVP, the real MVP of the season.
He was on to something else. He he was up to something.
That's not an MVP, bro.
He's coming back though. He's coming back.
His team has gone 0-12 since he's last played. That's how you know, bro.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Like literally the game after he got hurt, they have lost every single game since.
And remember that they went 9-1 after James Harden got traded.
9 wait, how many
Like,
wins do they have on a season? They're 11 and
they have a
22. Yeah, and then I have the Pelicans, which I still think JJ Redick and Eric Bledsoe is on the move. I have Lonzo Ball on his list, but he's just been playing too good as of late. They're gonna end up giving him that contract.
They got to. He's balling right now.
I think JJ's out of there. I could see a team trading for him.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's all I got. We can move on to the top 10 centers in the NBA, the National Basketball Association.
This season.
Who's going first?
Listen, hold on. You guys say this season. The way I look at this list is who I want on my team. This is how I'm looking at it. Like, I get how everybody's ranking it, but this is just how I've been going by it for like every single thing.
Nah, I disagree. It should be by this season.
I understand that.
We would have made a different list.
What's the difference? It's gonna be the same shit.
Nah.
All of the lists have been like pretty much similar every single time we've done it.
Yeah, honestly.
But we could. All right, so let's start. Who wants to? I'll start with my 10. I had Clint Capilla. This was tough for me, but he's leading the league in rebounds this season. He's scoring like 15 a game. He's been a good shot blocker ever since he came in the NBA. And you just can't. 15 rebounds a game is crazy. And he's
too low though. Too low. You're wild.
I know. I snubbed Clint Capilla.
I don't think he's too low, Nico. We'll get to that, but there's not. Who you got 10?
Ty, go.
Me, for my 10th, I put DeAndre Ayton.
I had him close
14 and like 11. Nothing too crazy, but worth top 10.
What's his stats?
His offensive numbers dropped from last year, but his defense has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
You guys don't have it written down?
What?
Well, his stats?
Yeah.
No, I don't have his stats written down. I'm pretty sure he's 14
he's averaging he's averaging 15, 12, 2 and 1
14
block.
and a half, 11.6, 1.7.
Damn. That's 10. I forgot about him though. I ain't gonna hold you. But I put Canner over him.
Canner?
Yeah, Enes Kanter. Because they're playing so good right now. They're fourth in the West. Like I said, he's averaging 12.
I took winning into consideration as well. Like just like that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Like I could get why you put Canner. Like that's a surprise to me. Like I think there's probably like somebody else I would think.
But I forgot about him. If I knew he was on the list, he would definitely went over him because the Suns are playing really good this season. They're winning. So he could.
Yeah, they're like the 4th seed.
He could have obviously been right there. But it's because I forgot about him though.
And then so it's my turn. I go 9.
Yeah.
This one's probably gonna surprise you. I got Valanciunas at number 9. He's having a very sneaky good season, and the Grizzlies have been good this year.
No, I looked at him. That's not that surprising. I had to snub him too. There's a lot of good centers.
Yeah, he's averaging 15.8, 11 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 55% and 37% from 3, which is pretty good for a big man. About a 10th a game. But I really liked what he's done this season. He's always been like a really aggressive rebounder. And I just really like. The Grizzlies are one of my favorite teams to watch. I'm being biased. I fuck with the grit.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
Who you got at 9, Nico?
At 9, I got Jared Allen, bro.
Oh, I
He's
forgot
averaging.
about him. I knew I forgot about
I put him up
somebody,
there
bro.
I
because
had to snub Jared
his
Allen too.
defense. It's
He's
because yo,
he's close as hell.
he's top. He's a top. He's a good defending center, bro. Like you look at the centers he has guarded. He has shut a couple of good ass centers down that give a lot of centers problems.
That's my favorite
But
center in the
and
league.
he's having a good center. He's having a good season. 13.4 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 1.7 assists, and 66% from the field goal. Mad good. I think
Yo,
he got
look
the
at his
highest
stats,
66 on
Nico.
the list.
Look at his stats.
He has the highest field goal percentage.
Look at his stats after Andre Drummond got benched. His redemption is crazy because he's
I haven't
averaging like
seen him.
35 minutes a game now.
Oh, since Andre Drummond
Yeah,
got benched.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
and he's been scoring a lot. They just been running a whole
Look,
bunch of shit with him going downhill
these are his
and
last
rolling.
these are his last 5 games. These are his last 6 games. Ready? Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7 games. 20 and 10 and 4, 26, 17, 2 and 3 blocks, 13, 14, 2 and 4 blocks, 26, 18, 2 and 4 blocks, 14, 10 and 3, 10 and 15.
yeah. I think in my opinion, he's top 10.
Yeah,
He's
His
really he was
defense,
really borderline for
his
me.
defense up there.
the only reason
He's
why I
really
didn't put him top
borderline
10,
now.
I could see you there. I had him 9th though, so it's like there's a lot of good centers.
the only reason why I didn't put him top 10 is because I counted his Nets season too.
No, yeah, now that I'm really thinking about it, I think he's like right there, like the group that didn't make it like right before the top 10. Well, like him, Miles Turner was just missed it for me
Look,
too.
Yeah.
Jordan Allen, the Nets wanted to keep him so bad, but hell no, if you was getting hardened off that, they'll
Yeah, you
definitely
had to get that up.
You got to.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
definitely
You
wanted to
can't say
keep
no to
him.
that.
You haven't. He was coming off the bench good as he was coming off the bench good as hell too.
No, he was starting half the games and coming off the bench half
But
the
it's
games.
because but pretty much DeAndre Jordan was the starter though. But they were just
Yeah,
switching off
man.
because
God, I hate
DeAndre
these.
Jordan obviously he can't play 80, 73 something games and hell no, his old ass.
I can't
Right.
He's
stand
playing
him.
good though.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I, I
he's playing good, but it's not better than Jared
Yo,
Allen.
wait! Shout out to my boy DeAndre. No, Dwight Howard. Oh my God, he comes in for bench.
Can't even remember his first name.
No, he comes in for Joel Embiid, bro. Drops 10 points and 10 rebounds, and plays like freaking 15 minutes, bro. He's a freaking beast.
Hold
A
on.
beast.
Hold on.
A beast.
well,
Hold on. That man is averaging 6 points and 7 rebounds. What are you talking about, bro?
he said 10 and 10.
Look at his last games.
His last. All right,
If you
let me
look,
read it.
he has a couple games.
I'm
He has like
I'm
a
gonna read.
handful of 5.
I'm
He has a handful of 10 games. Look at it.
I'm going to read you his last 7 games. Okay? 8 and 10, 4 and 5, 2 and 4, 14 and 8, 1 and 4, and 8 and 6. Not
That's
one
good as
double
hell.
double. Not one double.
Oh my God, he has double doubles. Look at his. Yeah, I watched Sixers game. Tyler, you don't
Bro,
even watch games. I don't know
out
what
of
you're
the
talking to me
Nico,
about
I'm reading
Sixers
the
games.
stats. I don't even need to watch the game to read the stats. Out of the 7
You
games
look
that
at
I told you, out of the 7 games that I told
Hey,
you,
30 games. Tyler, we have 35 games into the season. You said 7 games. He has a
Nico,
handful
I
of
said
games.
his last 7. You told me to read his last couple
I
games.
said he has a
Miguel,
handful of
did he
10
not say?
games.
Miguel, did he not say read his last couple games?
Yeah, he did. You did say that. And on the
He
season,
said that.
he has three double doubles on the season in 35 games.
And
But
in
he's a
his last
backup center. Like it really, he's only playing like less than
bro,
20 minutes a
in
game.
his last 7 games, he has only had more than 10 points one time and 10 rebounds one time, and those 2 times weren't even in the same game. And he's only scored over 5. He scored over 5 points 3 times in the past 7 games.
He's better than DeAndre Jordan.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
You
Stop it.
wildin', bro.
Stop it.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Stop,
Yes,
Nico.
he is.
Stop. Stop. He's not better than DeAndre Jordan. Let's not bullshit here. Like I'm not a fan of DeAndre.
You're gonna see
I'm
the
not a
match.
fan of
DeAndre Jordan's gonna bully him.
I'm not a fan of DeAndre Jordan, but he's
He's
not
gonna
better than
bully
DeAndre
DeAndre
Jordan.
Jordan when they match up.
DeAndre Jordan is actually, I think he's having a pretty decent season for overall impact on the floor. He's really their lone big man on the team. Like Claxton is their backup, and he's more of like
Yeah.
a small ball four. I mean, a small ball five.
They don't even run centers though. They run small ball more than anything.
They do. All right, let's get on to number 8. I got
Hold on,
DeAndre.
hold on, hold on. I wanna see DeAndre Jordan. I wanna read you DeAndre Jordan's stats real quick.
But you
And
can't
and
really compare the two because Dwight's backing up Embiid. Like they don't play together.
but
MVP.
DeAndre Jordan plays 23 minutes a game, and let me read
That's
how
it.
many.
And B plays 30 something
And
minutes. 30,
okay,
30 plus
Yeah,
minutes.
Dwight plays 16.
do I play 16? Yeah, so it's not that far apart. But anyways, let's move on.
At number 8, I had DeAndre Ayton. The only reason why I had him above.
What do you
Yo,
say?
we gotta go. Hey,
The only reason why I have him above the two guys we have him above Valanciunas and Clint Capilla is because his team is doing better than both of them. I'm pretty sure the Suns, last time I checked, had like a top 10, top 5-ish defense in the league right now. They've honestly been doing really good on that end, and you can't. It's not gonna happen unless your center's protecting something. So I'm giving him props for that. I think he's having a good defensive season. Probably his best season so far, like on the defensive side of the ball.
Respectable. We're at number 8.
yeah.
You already know who I had to put at number 8, man. The rebounding machine, Mister 18 and 17 on any given night. Andre Drummond. Feel me? Got him at number 8. Hey, man, look. You could say what you
Forgot
want
about
about
him.
Andre Drummond, but that man grabs rebounds.
Fucking
Okay,
forgot about
that man grabs
I ain't forget
rebounds
about him. And I didn't even think about putting him in my top 10.
because you a
him.
hater.
I
You
am,
a
bro.
hater.
I'm like I'm vocal about my shit. I just don't think he's a productive winning player in the NBA. He has a lot of stuff that if he was on a winning team, bro, he would get like 5 minutes a game doing shit like that. It's just that he's been in Cleveland and Detroit and nobody watches their fucking games. They just see the end of the game where he's got 17 rebounds and 15 offensive rebounds because he's missed so many damn layups. He's just catching a rebound, putting them shits back up.
Just let him walk to the Nets. It's fine. It's fine. It's good for us.
Yeah, well, yeah,
What?
because he's gonna get dropped, bro. He gets fouled out every single time he plays Joel Embiid, bro. That's why he's saying let him go to the Nets.
Let him go to the Nets. It's perfectly fine. He brings rebounding, and we need that.
Bruce Brown is a better rebounder. Psych now. I'm playing.
He
I'm
was getting
playing.
carried by that Cavs defense on God, he was.
Yeah, they do have good
Yo,
like with Larry Nance
Nico,
Jr. and
You
shit.
run through the
you a
pick and roll
certified hater.
slow. You run through. I'm not. You run through a pick and roll slow. How you think what's going on at Cavs?
Yeah,
Because the guards,
he
the
yeah,
guards are locked.
Taha. You just gotta like sit there and watch a full game.
Bro, we don't. I did. I watched both games that the Cavs played against the Nets, and he did good for both of them.
Maybe he got up for something. I don't know. Cause
You heard what game you just watched though. The worst defensive team.
We're not the worst defensive team though. We're 13th in the whole league.
no,
Yeah.
that's over. That's over the last couple of games. Let's not.
No, that's after Harden's first 5 games, and Harden's 20 games in.
But Todd, that's just now. You guys had that good run, but I'm telling you, this shit is gonna get, bro. You got
How do
Kyrie's
I?
gonna get ran through the playoffs.
I want to see who has the
Nah.
best defensive rating in the league.
Ben
Well, I'm gonna
Simmons
get
got
that,
ranked
but
number one for
now
the top.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about team wise. I wasn't talking about by player wise. I was looking at that shit too.
He about to win it. I'm about to put my vote in for him, the defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
For who?
I think it's either him or Rudy Gobert. I wouldn't be mad who
It is.
gets it.
It is, but I'm gonna just go with Ben Simmons. The fuck.
Now I'm saying like those are the only two players in competition for me for deep point because they just been going crazy. But I gave my 8. I don't know who's next.
My
I
eight.
gave my
I'll give my it's Capella. I felt like eight. Like they were right there because I mean he has freaking 14 rebounds. This is crazy.
Yeah.
15 points. I mean, he's getting his 15-15, shooting 60% from the field goal. I mean, you got Trey Young only using him. Obviously, he's gonna score points and use him as assist. And that's what they do. I mean, him and Trey Young are good.
Update on defensive ratings by teams. Taha, do you want to take a guess at where Brooklyn's at? I just wanted to let you
He
know.
said 13. He said 13. I want to hear what he said 13.
This is
No, I
this
said
is this is
that's
overall on the season.
yeah. Overall in the season, we're not 13th. I would say we're like 24th
Yeah,
in that area.
26. That's you was
26,
close.
yeah, in that area.
And then number 1 is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Shit.
2 is New York.
Damn, that's kind of scary.
Where we at? Where we at?
You guys are 6.
Where you guys at?
We're 7.
Yeah, Ty, shut your ass up, bro.
That's really
Man,
that's been the only bright spot for
I'm
my
telling you,
spot, bro.
Ty,
I could
I'm
talk about
confident,
defense.
guys.
Nico,
We're gonna
I
be
don't
a
want to
problem
hear it.
for y'all. We're gonna be a problem. I'm gonna keep saying it every single time we record an episode. We're gonna be a
Nico,
problem for y'all.
We're not going to be a problem for y'all.
Hold on. Let's get through this top 10, and then we can argue about this. Hold on, let's get through this top 10. We can argue about this. Cause I have like Ty. I talked about you. I talked about this with you the other day. Like I have a theory about what they're gonna do in the playoffs when they face each other.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's go. My number 7, I had Christian Wood. He's just like a level below the guys that are top 6 for me. With just like
I
he's
got
just
I got him a little higher.
I got him a little higher too.
okay for me. I don't know. Everybody in front of him is just proven. That's really all. That's really all there was.
I have him literally random like 6. I have him 6.
Yeah, but really he's close, but it's just like they're all proven.
I got
Everybody
him-
above
I
him,
got
but
him
you guys
fifth.
could go for
Yeah.
you guys could go for 7.
Look. I want to say something about that. Nah, just actually go out when it's my turn. When it's his turn, I'll say.
Go ahead, go with your 7.
My
Me?
7 will be Towns.
Towns?
Yeah, I mean, yo, he's playing good. He has the same amount of games as Christian Wood. So like 17, he's playing really good. He's playing better than the freaking 3 guys I named before him.
Yeah, I was close to putting Wood above Cat, but I thought y'all was about to flame me. I didn't even want to hear it.
Nah, I didn't put Woods above Cat
I
though.
put Wood over him because the Rockets were winning before. Like they were a good team with Wood on the court, and they were winning more than Cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has one.
Yeah,
He
Cat has 3
guys.
wins on the season,
Yeah,
and
that's
they won their first 2 games. He's won 1 game since then.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so-
wow.
But let me tell you a stat so everybody can know. Like he's playing good. 22 and a half points per game, 10.7 rebounds, and then he has 4 assists, bro. Shooting 50% from the field goal, and then 39 from the 3-point line. I mean, he's doing good. I have him.
Yeah, he's statistically he's still having a good season, but it's just hard with that squad.
All right, so what number are we at?
7.
I got Rudy Gobert at 7.
Wow. Yo,
Yeah,
like real shit. That's disrespectful.
That's crazy.
I'm just not a big fan of Rudy Gobert.
Defensive play. Look.
I feel like
All right, I'm gonna say when it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like he's a solid big man for a team. You could put him on any team, right? But when you look at I'm putting numbers into this one more than I'm not totally discounting impact,
But you value numbers more.
For the center for this one, yes, I'm valuing the numbers a little bit more than the impact because I'm looking at these centers as numbers, and Christian Wood, Bam, guys like that, they're just straight up putting up better numbers than Rudy Gobert is. That's literally all there is to it.
So wait, so you're saying Christian Wood's better? You have Christian Wood over Rudy Gobert?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, bro. It's
bro,
you
you could even put impact into it.
Christian Wood
sits out and then they lose the next 12 games.
Taha, impact. Okay, yeah. Rudy Gobert's impact is crazy this season.
It's crazy for the team, bro. Todd,
It
you
is.
watch the
It
Jazz
is.
game.
But I know.
They
I know
drive
what
him
you.
to
I
the
know what
paint
you're
and
gonna
kick it
say.
out. Literally
I'm not
can't drive
disagreeing
it
with
in on
you.
him.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying Gobert's impact isn't big. All I'm saying is Christian Wood's impact is just bigger.
Nah, honestly
The
like
Rockets need Christian Wood more than the Jazz need Rudy
no,
Gobert, in
bro,
my
like
opinion.
real shit, like real shit. The entire Jazz's defense, and they have the third best defensive rating in the league right now, is making players drive into Rudy Gobert. Like that's and their whole entire offense is based around their shooters and him rolling to the basket. And the whole defense,
Exactly.
everybody's looking at him because he shoots such a high percentage at the rim. So the whole defense is focused on him rolling. All the shooters are all running around spacing the floor. They're like like with him and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell would be looked at as such a poor defender if Rudy Gobert wasn't on his team. And that's like
I feel like
100% honesty.
I feel like you could make the argument though that that's just the Jazz's system, that they could put any big man there.
Nah, you can't do that with
I
any. You
disagree.
can't do that with
Look,
any big
look,
man
I
though. You feel
disagree
me?
because you know why? 'Cause he's a just defensive player of the year, bro, and they based his defense off it. And but then you go on the offense, he doesn't give you like these other top five centers. They're not giving you 2019.
So
So
let
he's
me
giving
ask
you
you something.
14. Wait, listen, he's giving you 14 points, shooting on 64% from the field goal. That's the second best field goal percentage from all centers, top 10 on my list. I'm pretty sure on your list too. 64% from the field goal, and he's giving you 13 rebounds a night, bro. And he's a good defender. The team is third best in the league, and you're
So let me ask you
a
something real quick
contender
though.
this year.
If you were to put Jared Allen in that Jazz system, do you think that they'll be as successful?
Honestly, defensive wise, they might be. Maybe nah, because he's not Jared Allen. Like that's Jared Allen's ceiling. Like I've talked to you about this before. I think Rudy is his. Like
Nah,
that's like the player that he could be. Maybe like with better offense, but like I don't know. I just that's
bro.
hard. That's hard shoes to fill, Taha.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Rudy Gobert is a way better blocker. He's more athletic on defense than Jared Allen.
They
Oof.
both can't switch out, but Rudy Gobert is not. He's not scared of that. Like he's
They're-
not switching out.
And
You
look at
feel me? He's
But
not
them.
stepping out to.
Jared Allen
Their
isn't either, bro.
physicality. Their
They're
physicality.
not.
Their physicality, though. Um, I mean, Rudy Gobert has a better physicality. Helps him, gives him more advantage on defense. I mean, that's why I also put him up there. Like you know what I'm saying, his long arm. He helps a lot on defense. Like
Now I get your argument, but he's probably the front behind Ben Simmons is either or. He's probably the front runner for defensive player of the year. And his team has a number one seed. And I would probably say he's been the most important player on their team this year. Either him or Mike Conley, like honestly. Like I think Donovan Mitchell is their best player, but most important, I think that's either like Gobert is probably leading that way for them.
Okay.
I can't even talk much because I got him like 2 spots ahead of you, so it's not even that bad. But it was just
Yeah.
the Christian Wood being ahead of him that was like shocking to me. But who?
That's a
My turn?
respectable argument.
6.
At 6, I had Cat. I don't really have to say nothing. For me, the whole thing was just him only having 3 wins on the season. Like numbers are only going to do so much for me when, like, I just feel like he could lead them to at least 5, like at least 5 or 6. Like, but it's just like 3 wins on the season. They've lost
But they're
mad
playing with no
games.
D'Lo either.
I don't know, but there's
No, D'Lo just got hurt like last week.
yeah,
No,
but
that's
like,
crazy.
but then you got somebody like Vooch who's playing with nobody. Like his whole roster is torn ACLs, and they're winning more games than him.
Nah,
Yeah.
Vuk is a different breed. I mean, the disrespect he's getting is ridiculous. I understand how he still got named All Star. I could see why they're mad, but bro, come on, man. The
Nah,
guy
yeah,
is
he's wilding.
If someone would have told you in 2012 that this random freaking European guy that got traded in the Dwight Howard trade would be putting up better numbers than Dwight was in his last couple seasons in Orlando, would you have believed me?
Hell, fucking no, nobody would have.
nobody would believe
Crazy.
any good center playing for Orlando.
So who?
Come
He's
on,
he's
All-Star
probably
Taha.
break.
one of the, at this point. I think he's one of the longest tenured players on the team.
Yeah,
He's been
he's
there
up
for
there.
like 10 years.
It's obviously Udonis has them. If he doesn't count, then it's Steph. I think Steph is still has the
You,
most
Oh
years
yeah,
on one
Steph.
team.
Yeah,
I
Steph.
think I
Yeah.
think I think Vucevic would be third. He's been on that team since 2012.
Yeah, there's a couple players that would probably be like in that conversation because I don't know, like you just got to look at it because it's still.
Klay Thompson's been there since 2012 or
I'm trying to.
11.
Cody Zeller's been on the. He's been on the Hornets for a long time.
He's been on the Hornets since 2014.
Feels like longer than that.
It's because he
That
looks old. That's why.
Rudy Gobert's been on the
That's
Jazz for a
that's
while
also
too.
2014.
Shit. Anyway, Ta, who you got at 6?
I got Bam at 6. I think that I put him a little lower because he like he was the main guy on the team for a while. They were losing, and also the reason why I put him at 6 and not lower was because obviously he's putting up good numbers. Um, what else is there really? I mean, the only reason why I didn't put him in top 5 is because they were losing when he was the main guy.
Can I just give you one argument? Like I just have to throw this out there. Like be
Go
real
ahead.
with yourself. How many of those were winnable games? Like in all honesty.
What do you mean winnable? Like in what sense?
Like did you see like the games that he played without Jimmy Butler and without
Uh-huh.
Tyler Hero and without go around like where they were just in and out and he was the only one in. The teams he's played were like he played the Nets back to back. He played the Nuggets.
Yes, they were.
He played the Bucks back to back, Toronto back to back, and he played another good team. Yeah, it was just in that stretch.
Look,
And then he split the games with Detroit, which was that was a bad loss. But besides that, none of those are really winnable games in my opinion. Like you're not
look,
beating Denver and
all the
Brooklyn.
games before y'all got hit with the coronavirus problem, they were all winnable. You guys had Bam was an all-star. You guys had everybody else except Jimmy. They were all winnable, bro. All winnable.
But what the 5 games before that happened?
It was like the first 5-10.
The first 5 games. Because he sat out the 8th game, and that was against Philly. And Jimmy Butler got hurt in game 1, in the second quarter against Magic.
So Bam did have all those other guys though, the first 5 whatever games.
And he didn't win one.
What do you mean he went 3-7 without Jimmy?
Bam
No,
is
4-7.
But Bam is still in my top 4. I got him top 4.
Yeah, we could. I don't know. I just have to defend my boy, but we could move on. Who is it? I think it's you, Nico.
6, I have Wood because man, he's balling, and the reason why I put him up there over Cat is 6, right? That's 6, right? I put him over Cat because he was the team was winning before he got injured, and now they can't even win a game without him. You know what I'm saying? And he's balling. He's balling, bro.
Can I say my number 5?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I put Cat at number 5, but I want it to be known that him and Bam can be changeable. Like him and Bam, I got them like you could put either one in either spot. Because I didn't notice that I didn't count wins for Cat until you brought up the argument, but I did for Bam. So when you said that, I was like, you know what, now I have to take that into consideration. So I just want to say, like, you could switch either of those two up. That's all I want to say about Cat.
My boy got a winning record this season. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I put him up there.
Who you got at 5?
Me, I have Rudy at 5.
Me too.
He could have been higher. You could really switch him and the person I have above him.
No, he couldn't.
For me, I could switch the person that I have above him. I think they're interchangeable. But yeah, I already went on my rant about Rudy Gobert. I respect him, man.
All right, so there's not much to say about that. Let's move on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nico, you said you had Rudy at 5 too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said everything that he had to say, or unless you had something else to say.
About Rudy? No.
At number 4, I had Nikola Vucevic. The break between him and Bam for me was him and Bam were in the same situation, and he wasn't winning no games either. So that's like That's really where it broke for me. And I just think Bam's a better overall player than Vucevic is.
I disagree, but it's
Agree.
not it's not it's
Disagree.
not the craziest argument you made.
I
But
mean, I think I'm gonna tell you why I put Bam at 4 and
go ahead.
Vukovic at 3. Vukovic doesn't have a team like Bam Adebayo,
Yep.
averaging
Yep.
24 and a half.
But that
Yep.
would allow him to
Wait,
put up
wait,
more
listen,
stats
listen,
though. But you're
listen.
saying that, but that's gonna make him put up more stats, is that not?
12 rebounds, but he's shooting the ball. He shoots, bro. He shoots four. He shoots. He hits at least three. He be hitting at least three threes a night, shooting 40 something percent, 41% from the 3-point line. 48%. He's maybe not as a good scorer from the field goal as 48, but he's still good, yo. He passes the ball, averages 4 assists. He's a good rebounder, and he's dropping off all these centers in the league.
Yeah, I would say he's a better overall scorer than Bam, yes. But I just think there's more stuff that goes into it. He doesn't he's been the number one guy on this Orlando team and they've been shit every single year.
But they have
But then
but y'all
they didn't have
y'all close
nobody
to each other.
comparable to Vucevic until like 2 years ago, though.
The wins are the same though. Yeah, if you look at you guys are way off. You get Orlando and Miami are right there. They
No,
could
they're
make
not.
Bro, Vucevic came on that team in 2012, and they didn't have a single player that could even be a good sidekick for him until 2018. And guess what happened that year? They made the playoffs.
All right, but yeah, with a negative record in the East. Right now they're 13 and 22. I have him 4 and I have Bam 3, which is not I feel like that's not that crazy. I just think I looked at the overall numbers in the clutch.
I can't
There's
help but say that sounds a little biased.
it could be biased because I'm gonna be more favorable to Bam over Vooch because Bam's on my team. I've seen more of Bam than I've seen of Vooch.
Yeah.
To me, I'm looking at when you're looking at the numbers, yes, he's gonna put up way more points because he doesn't have nobody else to give the ball up to. Like you get him, he's been like he's I don't want to like be mean, but he's like a looter and a riot. Like there's nobody else on there to put up any points. He's
But
just
he
been
still gets his 12 rebounds and his 4 assists.
okay, but that's the same shit though. Is
But
this Bam that average double digit rebounds as well?
yeah, but he shoots the ball better. And
Yeah,
he doesn't have. What I'm trying to say is he doesn't have the same support as Bam. That's why I
Yeah, I
have him
feel
over
like
him.
you give Vucevic the same support that Bam has, he's gonna average more assists and more rebounds, but less points. That's
more
the only
rebounds
difference.
than what he averages right now.
12 rebounds is fine. He's gonna give you 10 to 12 rebounds a night.
Yeah, I'm saying if you put him on a team like the team Bam has, he would be able to focus less on scoring and more so on rebounds and assists.
And
That's why I think.
but the defense is nowhere near. Are we gonna argue?
All right, that's a good point you have there, but he's not a bad defender. But
He's
Bam
not a
could go
good
one through
one?
five. But
Yeah,
Bam was probably
Bam
one
could
through five.
one
That's
like
another good. That's a good reason. That's
I
a
don't
good reason.
think because I don't think Vooch is gonna go up against the Lakers and guard LeBron from tip and then hold him to 20% from the field. And
Him
it's
and Bam, him and Bam have different kind of builds though. Bam could be a 4. Vucevic can't.
yeah, he could. Yeah, you're right. Bam's way more mobile than him. It's like they're two different kinds of centers.
Yeah.
And then Bam's numbers in the clutch have just been he's shooting free throw percentage in the clutch for a big man. He's I think 4th. Field goals made. I think he's 3rd, right behind the top 2. Where y'all know who that is. And I've just seen Bam do it on a big stage. So I that's why I really gave him that lift. It's
I
really the
mean,
defense.
it's just based off one position. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I got yeah. I already said my 4-3.
Then 1-2. I want to hear
So
this. I
Yeah,
want to hear
hold
this.
1,
on.
2. Hold on,
So
before we clarify this.
I didn't say my 4 yet.
Oh, I thought you said your shit already. My fault.
I got Christian Wood 4th.
That's high as hell.
Yeah, that's high as
Nah,
hell.
but
We already
no,
talked
but, nah,
about
but
this though.
let me tell you why though. Even when he was in Detroit, there's only 2 players that whose breakout that I saw.
Detroit, he was not playing like that. Todd, don't say nothing about Detroit because nobody even knew him when he
Let
was
me
in
make my
Detroit.
argument. I knew who he was. But I'm
A
saying
lot of people don't watch basketball. Don't.
I'm not. I'm but I'm just saying. There's only been two players ever since I started watching basketball. There's only been two players whose breakout I saw coming. First was CJ McCollum because the season before or the off season before, LaMarcus Aldridge, Wesley Matthews, Robin Lopez, Nicholas Batum all left the Blazers, and I was watching like who was left on the Blazers, and I saw like CJ was like he was looking impressive and stuff. And then the preseason CJ was going crazy, and a lot of people was like, "Oh, it's the preseason. Who cares?" And I was like, "Nah, like this is gonna be his breakout season." And he won Most Improved Player the next season. He went from averaging like 3 points to averaging like 20 something the season after. That's the first guy. Or I guess you could say 3. You could say D'Lo too. All right. So without getting into too much, Christian Wood, I saw him in Detroit last season. I was impressed with his numbers. Um, 13 points, not nothing too crazy. But I don't know. I just liked his build. I liked his style. So when I saw he went to Houston, and he's going to be playing with better players. Because when he went to Houston, Harden and Westbrook were still there. And when he went to Houston, I was like, all right, he's going to be surrounded by 2 playmakers, 2 guys that will give you 10 assists on any given night. So Christian was going to be set up a lot. Westbrook gets traded for John Wall. John Wall at his peak is still a 10 assist a game type of guy. Cool. Like, that's still pretty good. Harden leaves, you get Oladipo, you bring in DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, okay. So now Christian Wood is going to be the number 1 scoring option for this team. I saw it coming. So I just think that I still think he's kind of slept on because teams aren't really looking at him as a viable threat yet because of how bad his team is. But I feel like you give him a couple years because he's only like, how old is he? Like 24, 25? He's around that age.
Wait, let me ask you something before you keep going.
Uh-huh.
He plays 17 games this season. So you think he's top 5 centers this season with 17 games?
This season, yeah.
Okay.
There's been how many games has there been this season?
35, probably more. Some teams play.
I don't know, Ty. I think you're drunk, bro. You got
That's
him above Rudy, Bam, and Cat.
Yep.
I think he's over Cat. I think he's over Cat because he has more wins than Cat. That's Cat problem. I agree with him, but over Bam and Rudy.
No, yeah, it's just my opinion.
Who's your third then? Vuk?
My third, it's Vucevic, yeah. You got Vucevic at third.
Yeah.
Nico, you pretty much said everything I had to say about that.
Yeah, Vuk is tough.
Yeah, so let's get to 2-1 then. Wait, we all have the same 2-1. I'm pretty sure.
No, the gap between 3 and then the top 2 is like it's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's freaking a lot.
Okay, so before you get started, it's obviously Jokic and Embiid, but who has who where?
You already know where me and Nico have it. We know where you have it. So Taha has Embiid second, Jokic first. I got Embiid first, Jokic second. It's really close as hell. I know Nico got the same shit.
It's the same. I got the same thing. It's close as hell. It's really close. They're freaking buckets. Literally, you go into the post game, then it's just straight post game and footwork, and you can't stop it. You can't stop it.
Honestly, the thing that put Jokic above Embiid for me is that it's the shooting and it's the playmaking.
No, it's not the shooting, Ty. You got it wrong. The shooting. Look, Embiid is shooting 52% from the field goal and 41% from the 3-point line. Jokic shooting 42 from the 3-point line and 56. But let me tell you something. He can't fucking win a game. He can't win a game. The Nuggets are struggling this season. They're not looking good at all.
Yo, hold on. Nico, can you just not hold on? Just don't stop saying it like that, bro. Because you were saying you were saying that about the Heat earlier, but you'd be like they can't win a game. The Nuggets are in 7th place, 19 and 15.
The Nuggets are not playing good. They struggle. They
first
struggle against a lot of
they lost mad players in the offseason. Number 1,
they
and number
did.
2, and number two,
They still have to.
aren't they dealing with like a couple injuries too?
Yeah, Gary Harris has been out of the lineup. JaMychal Green has been
Jimmy
out of the
Harris
lineup.
hasn't even been
Michael
playing.
Porter Jr. has been in and out the lineup.
Michael Green just got hurt. Michael Porter Jr. came back 2 weeks ago.
He's been in and out the lineup.
He also,
But that's because he's not
Michael Porter
playing
Jr.
good.
Michael Porter Jr. also
But
missed
that's
like
because
2.5
he's not
weeks because of
playing
COVID.
good. That's because he's not playing good. He had protocol.
But just don't say they can't win games when they're
still missed,
positive
like,
They
14.
can't win, bro.
They're 19 and 15. How can't they
Compared to the
win?
West, the other teams compared to the West, they're not good.
They're 19 and 15, and you guys are 23 and 12. They're
But
4
the
games
Sixers got
behind
more
you
wins than
guys.
them.
Yes.
You guys play in the East is completely
Sixers got more-
different, bro.
Exactly.
Like I
They
haven't
might-
beat over Jokic, but don't say they can't win no games when they're 19 and 15, and they would
Yeah.
they're 4 games below and they play in the
You're
West.
gonna see these L's are gonna start adding up to them. They just keep losing.
See,
I
that
think
sounds
you
like bias.
exaggerating.
It's not. You're gonna see.
In their last 10
sounds like-
games, the Nuggets are 6 and 4. In Philly's last 10 games, they're 5 and 5. Those are starting to add up.
Come on, bro. Like,
We're first in-
are we?
we're first
How
in the
much
East.
longer are we gonna hide the fact that Philly has been playing with an easy ass schedule for the first half of the season, and it's
We
gonna
should
start?
we should up against the big teams when we had to. That's all I gotta say.
I don't want to be the one to like poop on nobody's parade. But against above 500 teams, you guys have a losing record.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking
And
about when you
beat-
think
and
not
beat-
showing up.
Well, we beat the best top teams when we had to with our full lineups.
But with plus 500 teams, against plus 500 teams, you have a losing record.
What is it? What is it?
I just seen it on Twitter the other day. I think it was 2 and 8.
No, it's not. No way. Show me then.
I gotta search it
No,
up.
this shit would have been everywhere.
I mean, they're
it
first,
kind
they're
of was.
first
There's
place.
a
I
reason
don't
why
think
they're
they're
a
gonna be.
contender team. If they want to be a contender team, they're 2-8 against a contender team. Then
No, not against contenders, against over 500 teams.
those are contender teams. They're in the playoffs.
No, over 500 teams aren't contenders.
Most of them are. Look at them.
Bro,
There's not
what?
many teams over 500.
You said all right. Hold on. Let me
Look at them.
I'm searching it up.
Let me see teams that are over 500, real quick.
Fuck that.
Alright,
I'm pulling up every single game we
to
won.
get this straight, you're telling me the Knicks are contenders?
They
Nico?
could be. They're top 5 defensive team.
They have the worst offense in the NBA, Nico.
Nico, you're telling me the Spurs are contenders?
I'm gonna look at this because I don't believe this. He still hasn't shown me anything.
I'm searching it up, bro. I'm like, I have to find it where it's from. I
Look
think
at
ESPN
Nico.
has it.
Nico, you're telling me the San Antonio Spurs are contenders?
They're a
The
good team.
Memphis Grizzlies are contenders?
It's the beginning of the season.
Ah, now you're saying it's the beginning of the season. I literally just asked you.
Bro, where is the standings
over
at?
500 teams? Are over 500 teams contenders right now? You said yes.
We're 18-6 in the conference, 6-2 in the division, and 23-12. 8-9 away. Home 15-3.
Oh, you guys are 10 and 8. My fault.
10-8 against winning teams.
Yeah,
Where'd you check that at?
I guess it must have just went up because the Knicks have a winning record now, and so do the Raptors, and now the Heat have a winning record. So that shit just jumped up.
Because that shit don't matter what you just said, pretty much.
I mean, if you're counting that,
Bro, you know what the Nets' record is? 9-1 against 0.500 teams. What you guys say about that?
they're 15 and 5.
Oh, I might be reading an outdated thing then. Oh, this is from February 14th. So yeah, it's still better.
I don't know. I haven't beat above Jokic, but it's not. It wasn't even really. I didn't take record into it because the Philly's been way more healthy than they've been healthy this year. The Nuggets been banged up. They have been. I think Joel Embiid's just a better player than him. And like I looked at the clutch numbers and everything, bro. Like they're 1 and 2 for like every single stat. PER, they're 1 and 2 for all positions.
And B's gonna, bro. He's the one our main closer. Now it's Tobias Harris to finish the shot, the closing shot. But before that, everything's all in B post game. But he just looks better and better every night. The other thing he just did the James Harden step back, and he looked like a whole guard doing it.
I feel like y'all sleeping on Jokic. Not you, Miguel. I feel like Nico's sleeping on Jokic.
I'm not.
Now, if he was sleeping on Jokic, he would have had Vooch above him.
But they're not winning. I watched Nuggets game.
But how you gonna say they're not winning if they have a positive record, though?
They're not. But I watch I watch the Nuggets because Facu plays on the Nuggets.
Okay, but do they have a winning record?
But yeah, exactly.
But they're struggling. They're barely pulling wins off.
The win's a win. I don't care how it comes. A win's a win.
Yeah, but you're gonna see they're gonna struggle during the season down the stretch. I already see it.
The Nuggets,
the beginning, and they're struggling.
And they had a short ass turnaround like us. It's all them top 4 teams were struggling from last year. That short turnaround is really effective.
The Wins had to go into this. They had to,
bro. But
you gotta also put wins into this.
Nah, but Nico, look though. You said that, but you said that like the Sixers are winning and the Nuggets are not. But you forget the fact that the Nuggets had a better record than the Sixers for the past like 3 years. Sixers won 43 wins last season, and the Nuggets had.
The Nuggets, they were. They were second seed in the West.
The Nuggets were third seed. The Nuggets were third seed and went to the conference finals.
Exactly.
And the Sixers were 6th seed and lost in the first round.
You're proving my point. Their team can't win. Their team can't win right now. They're not second seed, right?
Just because you're not a second seed doesn't mean you can't win, though.
Exactly. They're still winning games.
Look at all the other seasons how they started. They're not gonna. So you're gonna tell me they're gonna be as good as before?
Nico, if you finish top 8 in the West, bro, right now, if you're top 8 in the West, you're a good team. So would you say hold on. What about the Trailblazers? Do you think the Trailblazers are a better team than them?
Yeah, they are. They are better.
They have the same record.
Trailblazers, most teams I watch is other than the Sixers.
They have the same record though.
Yeah, but they don't got no. But they're playing. But
they have an MVP. Lillard is wilding.
But they have mad niggas banged up compared to the Nuggets. Compared to the Nuggets, look at the numbers who they got banged up. Look at it. You cannot compare that. That's every season for the Trailblazers. They're saying Lillard's used to.
Nah, I don't.
And they're still playing good.
I just my point stands. I still got Embiid, but the Nuggets are still a team to be reckoned with. Nobody wants to play them in the first round. You think the Lakers want to play the Nuggets? They're the 2 seed right now. If it started right now, they will be playing the Nuggets in the first round. You think the Lakers want to do that? A 7-game series against Jokic?
But if you're talking about playoffs, it's a whole different thing. It's matchups. You know, it's all about matchups.
And Jokic is if I'm building a team, Jokic is up there too, bro. They're both up there. Now Jokic is definitely having a good ass season.
He's top 3 MVP. It's Embiid, Jokic, and then I got maybe Bron.
Nah, I think I got Dame above Bron. I don't think you could have Bron in there. If the way his team's been playing without I understand, I can't use it. I went through the same shit with my squad.
He's their defensive player.
Yeah, hold on. Can I just say this? You guys were faulting. Nico, you faulted Bam for the record without Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
What's the record?
Oh, to this? No. Pretty much not. I put Bam up because it's second stretch with Jimmy.
Okay.
That's
I was hearing.
We're struggling without him.
They were because he's the best player on that team. The Lakers can't win without AD. They haven't been winning without AD.
And I called him out.
Of course, he's a different player.
What?
I called him out on that too. I told him every single time on the phone.
And then what about Philly?
What about Philly?
They're 1-6 without Embiid. They're the same thing. Brooklyn is the only team that's built to win without their best player playing.
That's because you got three fucking scores on that shit. I mean, first of all,
Y'all have Tobias Harris.
yeah, but
Tobias
he's
Harris
not.
is not on the level of
Tobias,
Kyrie Irving, bro.
Tobias Harris doesn't.
Tobias Harris is a guy that
Tobias
can drop
Harris
20
feeds.
plus though.
That's how I know you don't watch a Sixer game because he feeds off Embiid's game.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about Taha.
That's just a shitty way of building your team then.
No, but no, it's not because it's winning us game this season, and we're playing good in the
No,
system.
because y'all can't win.
And they're into a new system and they're getting used to it, and you're seeing
No,
improvement every
not
single
really,
game.
because y'all can't win unless your best player is playing.
He's barely been out compared
But
to
the games he's been out
Jimmy,
though.
Compared to Jimmy, he's barely been out.
Yeah.
But Jimmy has been out because of COVID.
Yeah, but Bam, you could say, that's a good point. But like I said, there's not many games he sat out.
You said, Miko, you said how many games? 6 games.
And when Embiid plays, we play good as fuck.
Yeah, because he's the best player on the team.
Right. But the point is, if he doesn't play, then the Sixers don't win.
But it just hasn't been that. First of all, Embiid was sitting out the first fucking. It was the beginning of our stretch, the beginning of the season. He sat out those couple of games.
He sat out 6 times.
Let me exactly. And Ben Simmons wasn't playing good at those stretches. If he sat out in between those last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks, it would have been a whole different story. The team is playing good.
They were playing good because of Embiid, though.
Yeah, Nico, they started off hot. They've been tailing off since then. Like, you can't even... Because Embiid didn't miss multiple games in a row. It's in and out.
But it's a new system. They were struggling.
The last time Embiid missed a game was February 15th. And so pretty much on the season, he set out 6 games.
That's what I'm saying.
And you guys are 1-5 in those games he doesn't play.
But that's what I'm saying. He set out in the beginning of the season with a new system. The team wasn't getting. You could bring that up, but that's what I'm trying to tell you.
What are you trying to tell me?
That he sat out at the beginning of the season. If he
Look,
sat out,
y'all see the screen?
The last 3 weeks,
it's loading.
If he sat out the last 3 weeks, then it would have been a whole different thing.
I don't know if you say so.
I'm just saying the Sixers. I feel like their team is not very well constructed because of the simple fact that if their star sits out, then the team does really bad.
Ty, but you can't say that because that's every team in the league. Like every single team in the NBA, because you would say that to me when you was on the phone the other day. Every team in the NBA has struggled with one of their top 2 players. And like even the Wizards, when Russell Westbrook missed all these games, when he was hurt and Bradley was by himself, they've been getting smoked ever since Russell Westbrook's been back. What are they in their last 10? They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. That's just an example. Then you got then Philly with them the same thing with the Heat, with the Lakers.
But I'm talking about contending teams. The Wizards aren't contenders. You feel me? I'm talking about for a team that's the first seed in their conference. If they should construct their team better. If they're a first or if they're a top 3 seed in their conference and they can't win without their best player, then that's not a very well constructed team. With the Lakers, it's different because
it's literally a new
LeBron
team.
is still
it's
playing.
Literally a whole bunch of new players that got added to the team. A new staff, coach, everything, a whole new system. New system. They didn't even have a system back then. That's what I'm trying to say. You look at he set out the first couple games, and yeah, obviously we wasn't playing good. We wasn't having good stretches with our players.
Nah, y'all started off the season hot.
Scoring. Ben Simmons, bro, because we was playing nobody. You even said it. We only played the Raptors. Look, we only played the Raptors good the first couple games.
Yeah, the Raptors did have a bad start.
Yeah, they turned it around. And another team that's had a bad start, the Boston Celtics. This was on my list of questions I was going to say before the show, but I guess I'll just bring it up now. What's going on with them? It's music to my ears. I love to see it. What do you guys think about what's going on with the Celtics right now?
They're done.
They're garbage.
You think they missed their window?
People are finally.
They're having the same problem in Atlanta.
No, I don't think they missed their window. I think
they just don't get along, bro. They literally said the same thing. They feed off themselves.
Yeah, Tatum and Brown, man. They just. I guess they're just not good locker room wise.
Todd, can you take it? Can you take it the back of you saying Tatum's better than Jimmy?
What happened?
Can you take back you saying Tatum's better than Jimmy?
I said that.
Yeah, you said it when we had the small forward episode.
Okay,
I
I
was the
take it
only
back.
one that had Jimmy above Tatum. And leadership is a part of basketball. And y'all see it, bro. When you have
But
just
then
two
again,
options to get
Jason Tatum's still very young and has a lot of maturing to do.
exactly, it's at the moment. He's a tough shot taker and a maker, but when them shits ain't falling, he's not. He doesn't get to the free throw line too much. He doesn't. He takes a lot of contested threes and contested mid range. He's still a very, very talented player. Top five in his position. I think a future MVP. But at the moment, right now, I just don't think he was ready for that level that everybody was putting him at. I was hearing
I I
conversation
still
between
think
him
he
and
could get
Luca.
them a chip. I still think he could get them a chip because we're forgetting the fact that he still has like a good 10 years
Yeah,
left at
I
like
think eventually. Yeah, I'm just thinking right now he's just not ready for that yet.
yeah. I feel like they're gonna deconstruct this team, this Celtics team, and then they're gonna build it back up through Tatum and Brown.
Bro. And the crazy thing that they need to start playing Robert Williams more minutes, bro. He's different.
He's like
Yeah,
top three in efficiency
yeah. A lot
among
of
centers.
Celtics fans want that.
Bro, you watch his last defensive he could lock. He locks on his position, bro.
You know what they
And,
missing?
and he could guard one. He's another baby Bam. Like,
Nah, he can't. He can't stretch out onto guards.
nah, yes he can. He be
He
stretching.
not he not
He be
Nicholas
stretching to the
Claxton, but
floor.
Yeah,
yeah,
He be stretching to the floor. Maybe not no guards, but he could guard at least 3 to 5.
yeah. He just has like lapses where he gets too many fouls and shit. But he's definitely a lob threat. He's a good role man. He should be starting on that team if like
He's
all
a good rim
seriousness.
protector.
Yeah, for his size especially. Yeah, I don't know, but there's some. And then something came out today where a GM said that the Celtics only want to do a trade with you if they're robbing you. Something along
that's
those lines.
true.
Don't quote. Yeah, but like you look at it, like they traded Terry Rozier left and is having a better season than Kemba is, and has the Hornets at a higher seed than Kemba did. And to me, he's the best player on that team.
And Rozier was playing so
Who
good in the Celtics.
who's the best player on that team? Terry Rozier?
Yeah, I think he's having the best. Like I think it was Gordon Hayward, but nah, I think Terry Rozier has been their most consistent scorer and everything.
Hmm.
All around though, like yeah, I think Gordon Hayward's a better player just because of his size and what he's like a multi-use at his position. He's like a Swiss Army knife, dribble, pass, shoot, 3-level scorer, could defend. But
Yeah.
but Terry Rozier has been having the best season out of everybody on that team so far. That,
Respectable. I like the culture they're building over there.
yeah, and last year, bro, I was gassing them up. Like I really like their coach. I've been gassing JB up. James Borrego's a good ass coach. And this season, like last year, they lost a whole bunch of close games, and this year they're winning those close games. They're coming back from down 8 with like a minute left. They did it against my squad. They just did it against the Kings like 2 nights ago.
Kings, yeah.
They
Look, man, I think we have to stop. We have to stop ignoring it. Let's face it. We know who the face of that franchise is, and the reason that team is winning. Bismack Biombo. He's absolute.
I'm about to say, I'm like Bismack. He's the voice of that locker room, but goddamn, my boy's he's on the NBPA, the National Players Association. He's on the board. My boy be doing good things for the league.
Nah, but we all know who the future of that team is, man. It's LaMelo. I think that LaMelo is being groomed to be put in that number one spot, and then I think Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward are gonna take a step back so that Melo can do his thing.
Yeah, and
then
PJ Washington has a high ceiling too.
Hey,
He
yeah,
doesn't he doesn't get
him
talked
too.
about a lot, but
Yeah,
he just had a good game a couple nights ago against Sacramento.
He
You know,
had 42,
everybody has a good game against Sacramento, but he bugged.
but but the next night he had 6 against the Blazers. He only had 4. He couldn't even.
That was him getting guarded by Marvin Bagley and then Robert Covington. It's two completely different
Marvin
worlds, bro.
Bagley is the worst defender in the league. Get
Yo,
the fuck
let
out of
me
here,
ask
lie
you
to me.
something.
You come with that
Let me
bullshit.
ask you something real quick. Do y'all think that in a couple years, if Melo is like by far the best player on that team, and they still have Terry Rozier still doing these same numbers that he's doing now, you think that they could trade Terry Rozier for Lonzo?
I think they
If
could trade.
LaMelo,
I think they could trade for Lonzo with Devontae Graham. If I'm being honest with you,
so,
hell yeah.
They need shooters in
Devontae Graham is a good ass fit next to Zion, like a good ass fit. Like he's a good passer, and he's that.
Ingram, and around Ingram too.
Yeah, and he's like a 2 level. I don't want to call him a 3 level scorer because he's small as hell. He can't. He's not finishing with the trees down there, but he could definitely. His
it's
pull
like
up
a Lou
three.
Will.
Yeah, his pull up three last year was money. He started off slow this year. Now he's hurt, but I think he would be a good fit on that team. They need a
I'm
score first
I'm
guard.
happy for the Hornets, bro, because they're about to turn it around. That organization, bro, they about to turn it around. I was talking so much
About
shit when
time.
Kimba. I was saying when Kimba was there. I remember saying I was telling Miguel he gotta leave, bro. They're too small. They can't afford nobody. The organization that nobody now everybody's gonna want to go there because look at that team. Look at the staff,
Yeah, they play fun as hell.
bro. They're gonna that team, bro. It's about to they're
All they're
gonna
missing is this
couple years.
man.
Just give it a couple years. They won't be a contender.
A couple years. Yeah, I
They're
think
young.
once.
They're
Yeah,
young.
once you get PJ in his prime,
The only piece
Lamelo.
they need a veteran center in that team.
They
I'm
still
talking about,
have
I'm talking
Miles
about,
Bridges and
I'm
and
talking
and
about
other young
a
pieces.
good center.
And they when they run the Miles Bridges at the 5 lineups, it's just so fun. The way they just move up and down the court. And they play a lot of PJ Washington at the 5 too. I really like those. I really like those lineups
Lamelo's
when Jamie
enjoying his
out there.
rookie season. You could tell.
Well,
So Lamelo's enjoying his rookie season. You could tell.
you could just tell he just likes
Balling.
playing basketball.
You know what it is?
He's running away with it.
I feel like it's the fact that it's a small market team. I feel like if Lonzo would have also gone to a small market team, that there wouldn't have been as much pressure on. And then on top of that,
Nah, I
LeBron
disagree.
James signs with them.
I disagree. It was all his father's fault, bro. It was too much
No,
hype,
I don't
bro.
think it was. I don't think it was.
No, his father wasn't talking about Lamelo. Like I mean, like Lonzo, he was
I
like
don't
he
He was
know,
was.
but
only doing that.
but you look
He
at
was only
the
doing that number one to build Big Baller Brand. Number one, and number two because the hype was already there.
yeah, LaMelo walked into a good ass situation. Like when if you look
Yeah.
at the roster with Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, those are four like 38% and up 3-point shooters. Miles
Mm-hmm.
Bridges is the lob threat, the small ball four that's perfect for LaMelo. Then
Yep.
he's got big men like Biombo that's a lob that could catch lobs. Then you still got Devontae Graham who's another shooter.
It's 'cause he got a
Both the
bunch of
Martin
unselfish
brothers, Malik Monk's a shooter too. Like he just
Mm-hmm.
walked into the perfect situation.
Yeah, yeah, they're a bunch unselfish players. Look, remember when Rozier was
I'm
in
rooting
the
for that team,
Celtics?
honestly.
Remember, he was balling, unselfish as hell. Gordon Hayward, another guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just
And
a bunch of unselfish players.
The Celtics miss him a lot because, like I was saying last year, the whole time he's their best facilitator, and now look, they don't got nobody to move that rock around. Nobody on their team averages more than like 4 assists. I think their best passer is Marcus Smart, and I don't even think he's a natural point guard.
No
No,
way.
I don't think he is either.
We could end it here. We're gonna have another episode Friday with the top 10 players in the NBA. Maybe we'll do the league pass draft. We all know the Hornets gonna go number one. They're the funnest team to watch in the league right now. But we got
Mm-hmm.
ideas. We could go back,
Yes, sir.
come back Friday. Stay tuned. Hopefully, me and Nico get a UFC episode out this week, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
not guaranteed. And we go
Not
into
guaranteed. Not guaranteed. We have to. This card is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Is this who's fighting on this card? Who's won?
everybody, bro. It's the best card.
Everybody.
It's good. It's better than that card that we were talking about last year that we were saying could be the best card of the year. Like it's
I don't
like
know, man.
from the
Best card I've seen.
prelims
Huh?
to the main event, 3 championship fights, and then the 2 fights on the main card are both top contenders on both fights. I think it's the 3-4 and like a 5-7 or some shit like that.
And then
Give me some
in the
notable
prelims,
names. Give me some notable names that are fighting.
Israel Adesanya, Amanda Nunes, Dominic Cruz. You got Thiago Santos, Aljamain Sterling, and Peter Yan. They've been beefing for like a year and a half, going back and forth. They're fighting this weekend. I gotta get a list, bro. Hold on, give me
Carlos
1 second.
Barza. You got a bunch of freaking title eliminators. Like this
Yeah,
is such a good ass card.
yeah, and Amanda Nunes is the GOAT, so you cannot miss one of her cards. And you have Israel Adesanya moving up in weight class to fight Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight belt. You got Amanda Nunes defending her belt for her 2 belts because she got 2 of them. Don't forget that. Only one of them's on the line. Then you got Khabib's cousin Islam Makhachev, the prodigy of Khabib, coming in fighting on the main card. Like,
Yeah.
and he's next up. Like they're saying, Khabib's like nobody's beating him in the division. Then you got
Yeah.
Dominic
Cruz.
Cruz.
Look at that. Dominic Cruz in the prelims.
And then you got
Song. Oh my god. Song, bro.
yeah,
Song is fighting on the undercard.
then you got Joseph Benavidez, who literally fought for the title
Oh
a couple
my
months ago,
god.
and
Yo,
he's on the
Miguel, what
prelims.
happened to our boy Hazmat, bro? I heard he got hurt.
Look at early prelims. Look at this early prelims. Look
That
at the early
he
prelims.
retired, but now he said he's coming back. But I don't think he's gonna come back in mad long.
Hazmat retired?
Yeah, because his coronavirus fucked him up like bad.
Nah, but
Damn.
Cat, he's coming back. It was
Yeah,
it was
he
just
said
him.
that
It was,
Dana.
it was just him. He was just
He was
pretty
stressing.
much saying- yeah, he was stressing because
Stressing
he had
about
to
what?
sit out. He had to sit out
'Cause he-
another couple more months.
Yeah, because they said like he can't work out nothing with the way COVID like impact him as of late. Like the aftermath of it, bro, fucked him up.
He
Like they said
spits,
he can't. And he was trying to work out and he can't work out. And he was working out,
can't
he
work
made it
out.
even worse.
Yeah, he works
Damn.
out and spits blood, bro.
What?
He took a picture of it and posted it, and then a couple hours later, he announced on his Instagram that he was gonna retire because of COVID issues. But like I was telling Miguel, I was like, yo, he's just saying that now because he's just, you know what I'm saying? Every fighter always says that, oh, I'm going to retire because, he's just struggling. He knows how to sit out for another, and at least
Yeah, that's
4
the trend
months.
with the
4
UFC
months.
fighters. They never really retire. They always come back.
Yeah, so the
But
good thing,
we'll be having our picks out for that this week, probably Thursday,
yeah, Thursday.
and we'll end it on that. Bring a team back to Jersey.
Jersey.
Word
Yes,
up.
sir.
And we out.
Bring the Raptors. Bring the Raptors.
bring,
Come on.
bring the Raptor. You funny as hell. Bring OKC to Jersey.
Yes, sir.